As we discussed in the first video on sound, sound waves transport motion or energy. They don't transport a quantity of air from one position to another. They transport this bump that starts with a vibrating sound source like a loudspeaker. And that bump gets passed along from one molecule to its adjacent molecule to the adjacent molecule, and so on. So we want to measure the rate at which sound waves transport energy per unit area. This is a useful quantity that's called the intensity. Intensity is defined as power divided by area, P over A. Power is generally measured in watts, and area is usually measured in square meters. And it's been kind of experimentally determined that the lowest intensity that the human ear can detect is about 10 to the minus 12 watts per square meter. This intensity is known as the threshold of human hearing. Threshold. We call it I naught or I0. One times 10 to the minus 12 watts per square meter. Obviously, there will be variations from person to person, but we just had to pick some standard, and this is known as the standard threshold for human hearing. At this threshold of hearing, at this intensity level, the increase in pressure over the atmospheric pressure is about 3 times 10 to the minus 5 pascals. Now, 1 atmosphere is 10 to the 5th pascals. So this means that the human ear is sensitive to pressure fluctuations of 3 parts in 10 to the 10. If you wrote this out, it would look like 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can detect that much of an increase or decrease in pressure over atmospheric. So the human ear is extraordinarily sensitive. Now, the loudest sounds that the ear can tolerate without being damaged are about 1 watt per square meter. Okay, so the quietest sound you can detect is 10 to the minus 12 watts per square meter. The loudest sound you can detect is 1 watt per square meter. I mean, you can hear louder stuff, but then your ear starts to get damaged. So that's a dynamic range. of about 10 to the 12. Our ears are pretty amazing. In fact, your ears are far more sensitive to sound than your eyes are to light.